Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to Tammy Talks. We are here today to talk Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 18, Reunion Part 1. This is going to be Rachel and Jose. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future videos. Um, Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed the content. Hop down in the comment section because it's always nice and live up in there. All right, so let's get started. So Jose said the experts matched everything on his list. He had a super long list, and Rachel checks off all the boxes. She is like perfect for him. Rachel agrees that Jose is perfect for her as well, and that Jose is he checks all of her boxes off as well. So they get into the topic of him locking her out of the apartment. Jose is still standing 10 toes down, y'all, on the fact that he did not purposely lock her out. He said that he locks the door just kind of out of habit. He didn't know where she was. He still is doing that whole, well, it was 12 o'clock. I didn't know she was there. I assumed she wasn't going to be sleeping in the apartment. He is still doing that whole roundabout. And Kevin kind of told him, like, come on, just be honest. You can, like, we're past it now. You can just come out and say it. You locked her out. And Jose is like smiling about it, and he's not going to, he doesn't want to admit it. And I'm like, Rachel, girl, this is what you want. So he does admit though that her calling him Johnny was not as big a deal as he made it out to be. And he does realize that now that he did kind of overreact and blow the situation way out of proportion to what it should have been. He finally sincerely apologizes because we know on the show Rachel got a half-ass apology a couple of days later, and it was really because he was coerced into doing it. So he does say that maybe in the back of his mind that he was thinking, let's lock her out, but he said that he's still standing on the fact that he did not lock her out intentionally, which I just don't know if I believe. I don't know if I believe it. So they replay Jose, what I like to say, being a little sassy bitch. The next day when Rachel does get back into the apartment and she's trying to talk to him. And he was saying that he said that he in that moment was still upset. He wasn't ready to talk about it. He was still mad about everything that happened the night before, and that he could have been a little softer, and he should have tried to verbalize his feelings a lot more in that situation. Rachel said that she was scared in that moment because she was going from door to door to all the different cast members' apartments. Nobody was able to let her in, and she said she didn't know what she was going to do. If she was going to have to stay in the hallway all night, or like she said she was like genuinely nervous and scared about it. So I'm wondering if production left during that time, because we don't see footage of her going door to door. Jose is also saying that he did not hear her knocking on the door, but they showed the camera footage. For everybody that kept saying they never showed the camera footage, they didn't show the footage of Jose. We saw that footage again tonight. And you can tell it's a mounted camera up top, so that's why it's in black and white. It looked kind of like surveillance footage. You can hear her banging on that door. And my thing is, say, Jose, I know you heard it. I know you heard that. So they actually said that made their marriage stronger. I said, really? Okay, but they said that made their marriage stronger. It's something that I guess showed them how they would handle conflict. Whatever the case, it brought them together, and I said, I don't think it did. So then Kevin asked them how they're doing now, and Rachel said that they broke up. So they broke up initially after decision day. They ended up moving in together into Jose's house. Jose was kind of getting on her, saying she had too much stuff. She was bringing too much stuff, wondering when she was going to finish unpacking. And my whole thing is like, you should have known that was going to happen. You see how particular Jose is about hell, girl, about life. So you should have known that Jose was going to be very particular about not having all this clutter in his house. We saw him talk about the clutter in her house, or what he accused her of calling, what he accused her of having as clutter, because it's not something that he typically has in his house. It's not stuff that he typically keeps. So I guess she said she got sick of the constant arguing, the going back and forth. So she packed up all her stuff. She moved out. She moved back in with her mom. She said that they are still considered broken up, but they're talking more. They're contacting each other more, and they're working to see where their relationship can go from there. Kevin asked them, are they working towards a divorce, or are they working towards being back together? Jose looked like he's very hopeful that they'll get back together. Rachel did not seem very confident in her answer. It looked like she kept looking back at Jose, looking over at Jose to see how he was going to answer, probably because they want to appear, on the same accord, on the same front in regards to that. So they said that they just had a really hard time after the cameras were gone. They broke up for a month. And now the reunion is 4 months later. So they said they broke up after a month, and the past couple of months they've been like working towards that. I think it came out like last week that they are now officially broken up. It was rumors initially, but I'm guessing they're officially broken up now. So she was just tired of the constant arguing, and I'm like, I don't even think it was the constant arguing. Jose showed you who he was on camera. And now that the cameras were gone, I can only imagine how he was talking to her. And I think that because of Jose's job, I think that Rachel is really trying to play nice with him. I think she's really trying to make sure he doesn't come across as a true ass. So that's why she's trying to downplay, how Jose was probably treating her up in that house. So Kevin asked Jose about traveling. And Jose said, look, he said, I'm going to clear this up. He said that he is not against traveling. He said that when he travels, he goes all out. He spends money. So that's why he's not big on rushing to take a trip. So I guess he said he rented, they planned a trip to Mexico. The room that he got was like $1,400 a night. Rachel said she felt that was too much. She is a cheap traveler. So Rachel would rather probably stays in average ass hotels, because she's more focused on going out into wherever she is, out into the city, exploring where she is, and more so on making memories, as opposed to, let's pay for this luxurious hotel that we're only going to be sleeping in for, the 8 or so hours at night. So she said that they actually have several trips planned out in the future already. And I'm thinking, so why are y'all planning trips if y'all aren't even together? What is going on? What is going on? Twitter said that Jose broke up with her because he didn't want to pay for that trip to Mexico. Twitter was on fire tonight, y'all. And then they have this like weird back and forth banter about seeing if Rachel knows what Jose does. What Jose does for a living. It's whatever. But we knew this wasn't gonna work out. We told you, Rachel, not to, well, it was aired afterwards, but we were all saying not to move in with this man because that is his house. It's one thing when y'all are living in a neutral spot, but I still say, look at how he was talking to you in this apartment that was not even yours. He was so willing to kick you out of production's apartment. So did you think this would be any differently? You couldn't have, and you shouldn't have. Jose will never find somebody that's good enough for him. Jose is controlling. Jose wants to find a woman that is going to let him control everything in her life. He wants to be the sole provider. He wants to be the sole decision maker in the house. He wants to manage all the finances. He wants to manage and control literally everything. And because Rachel is more of an independent woman, it's not going to work for them. But I mean, good luck to both of y'all, I guess, in the future. Let me know how you guys felt about tonight's episode. Do you think the rumors are true? Do you think they are done? And what do you think is the real reason that Rachel moved out? Because I don't think it's going to be because of little small frivolous arguments, nagging arguments, the way that she was making it seem. Let's talk about it down below.